Imagine finding inspiration in the most ordinary tasks you do every day. Sounds impossible, right? Hold that thought. Today we're exploring the hidden power of the mundane. The simple activities that fill our days can be more than just chores or tasks. They can be sources of joy, satisfaction, and yes, even inspiration. Because when we start to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, we unlock a whole new level of potential. In the next few minutes, discover 10 ways to turn the ordinary into extraordinary. Tip number 1, find the purpose. Every task, no matter how small, serves a purpose. Understanding this purpose can be the fuel that drives your motivation. Each task, mundane or otherwise, contributes to a larger goal. These smaller tasks are like the bricks that build the house, the notes that compose the symphony. Without them, the larger picture remains incomplete. So next time, before you start a task, pause and ask yourself, what's the purpose here? Tip number 2, celebrate small wins. It's essential to appreciate the minor victories on your path to success. These small wins act as stepping stones, leading you to your larger goal. Each achievement, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a step forward, a sign of progress. Celebrating these moments boosts your morale and motivation. It reinforces the belief that you're moving in the right direction. So don't dismiss these small victories. Embrace them, celebrate them. Remember, success is a series of small wins. Tip number 3, make it fun. Mundanity, my friends, is often simply a matter of perspective. Even the most seemingly dull tasks can be transformed into enjoyable experiences with a dash of creativity. Ever tried turning dishwashing into a bubble war? Or making a game out of sorting laundry? By adding an element of fun, you're not just making the task more enjoyable, but also less tedious. It's a way to challenge the monotony, to dance with the mundane. So get creative and add a little fun to your daily chores. Tip number 4, practice mindfulness. Now, what does that mean? It's about being present, fully engaged in what you're doing, not letting your mind wander to yesterday's worries or tomorrow's to-do list. It's about embracing the here and now, immersing yourself in the task at hand. It's about making the mundane magical. When you're mindful, even the most ordinary tasks become extraordinary experiences. It's about making the most of every moment, finding joy and fulfillment in the simplest of tasks. Mindfulness, it's not just a buzzword, it's a way of life. Tip number 5, break it down. Picture a mountain you're supposed to climb. Daunting, isn't it? Now imagine breaking that mountain into smaller hills. Suddenly it's not so intimidating. That's the power of breaking down tasks. When you dissect a large task into smaller, achievable parts, it becomes less daunting. It's easier to tackle a series of small tasks than one massive one, and each small victory propels you forward, building momentum. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Tip number 6, set goals. You see, goals act like a compass, guiding us through the wilderness of life's mundane tasks. They don't have to be grand or far-reaching. Even small daily goals can provide a sense of direction. They make the mundane meaningful, turning everyday tasks into stepping stones towards our desired destination. By setting goals, you're not just ticking off a to-do list, you're building a path, brick by brick, towards a brighter future. Goals give you a destination and a roadmap to get there. Tip number 7, create a routine. A well-crafted routine is like a sturdy bridge, guiding you over the river of uncertainty that can slow us down. It provides a predictable structure, a comforting cadence to our days. This isn't about rigidity, it's about rhythm. The rhythm of waking, of working, of resting, each in their time. This rhythm increases our efficiency, it smooths the friction of decision-making, and it compounds our satisfaction. It's like a dance where we already know the steps, and in that familiarity we find freedom. Routine is the framework for success. Tip number 8. Stay positive. Yes, it's easier said than done, especially when faced with the seemingly endless mundane tasks of everyday life. But did you know that maintaining a positive attitude can do wonders for your motivation? It's like a shield, protecting you from the demotivating arrows of monotony and challenge. It keeps you going, keeps you striving. It's not about ignoring the negatives, it's about focusing on the potential positives. Because at the end of the day, positivity, it's the fuel that drives you. Tip number 9, seek feedback. Sometimes we're too close to our own actions to see them objectively. That's where feedback comes in. It's the mirror that reflects our efforts, helping us understand where we stand. Constructive criticism can be a powerful motivator, pushing us to refine our methods, to sharpen our skills. It can sometimes sting, yes, but use it rightly, and it becomes a tool for growth. Remember, nobody ever improved by surrounding themselves with unending praise. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. And finally, tip number 10, remember your why. It's the fuel to your drive, the reason you wake up each morning with a resolve to accomplish something. It's the purpose behind your actions, the goal that motivates your every move. When mundane tasks seem to dampen your spirits, when routine feels dragging, remember why you started. Recall the purpose driving your actions, the goal you're striving for. It can transform your perspective, turning the mundane into a stepping stone towards your success. Your why is your compass. It will guide you when you lose your way. And there you have it, 10 tips to find motivation in the mundane. A quick recap: find your purpose, celebrate small wins, make it fun, practice mindfulness, break it down, set goals, create a routine, stay positive, seek feedback, and always remember your why. The mundane is not an obstacle, but a pathway to discovering the extraordinary within the ordinary. If you found these tips helpful, do subscribe to our channel. Remember, extraordinary is often hidden in the ordinary, so go out there and find your extraordinary in the everyday.